Hello everyone. So welcome back to the stream. So I hope I am audible and visible to you. Can I get yes in the comments if I am audible and visible to you? Back to the stream. So I hope I am audible and visible to you. Can I get yes in the comments if I am audible and visible to you? Okay. So I hope it's audible and visible both. So let's start. So to start with, what we are going to be doing first, we'll be just covering 2 to 3 topics, and then we'll be doing this problem of power set. Okay, I'll be explaining what is this power set and how we can use efficiently using this bitwise. Okay, is it not visible to you? I think it is visible. Is it not visible to you guys? Please write in the comments. Is it not visible to you guys? Please write in the comments. Okay, so my ink is telling it is visible. Okay. So let's start. So what we are going to be doing first, we have already seen topic of this bitwise, and we have already saw what is this XOR operation, what is bitwise OR operation, what is left shift operation, right shift operator, complement operator, and all this we have already seen in the last class. Okay, and we have already seen how we can check if the kth bit is set or not, and we have solved one problem in which we found total number of set bits. How can we find total number of set bits in the in any given number? Okay, so that was the questions that we did yesterday, and today we are going to be just continuing that and trying to solve some other problems as well. Okay, so that is there. Now let us start with that. So basically first, to start with, what I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to be giving you 2 topics or 2 interesting things as a notes, so that we can use that in the future. So basically, if we have given a number, okay, so suppose let us consider that number as 5 and equals to 5, and in binary presentation how we can represent this is nothing but 101, right? We have already saw yesterday how we can represent all these things. So we have 4 to 1, okay, which is nothing but 101. I'm just representing as something like this, 101. And suppose what is my task is, I just want to set the kth bit. Okay, yesterday we have seen how we can check if kth bit is set or not. Okay, now today what we are going to be doing, we want to set the kth bit. So let us take the example. In this you can see k equals to 2. So this k equals to 2 is from right, the counting. Okay, the counting is from right, and we want to set the second bit from our right. So what is the second bit from right? This is the bit which we are talking about. Okay, so let's start to set this bit. How we can set this bit basically? So if you just, what you can do is, if you just our task is to just set the bit. So how we can set the bit? So our task is simply to make one, okay, and just come below this, so we'll be shifting this bit by k minus 1 times. Okay, so if we do something like, if we do not shift, then it will be here only. If we are going to be shifting it 1, so it will be here. So we just need to shift 1 time. So we'll be shifting this 1 k minus 1 times. Okay, so k minus 1 times means it is going to be coming here. And now how we can set the bit? So there will be 2 conditions. First is that if kth bit is already set, which means the value will be something like 1. Okay, the kth bit is already set, So it can be represented something like this, and this is the kth bit which we are talking, and we want to set it. So but it is already set, so we do not need to change anything. So for this case we need to just keep the 1 as it is. The second case, this is my case 1. The case 2 is nothing but if it is unset, something like this. This bit which I want to set is unset, so I just want to change that. So how we can change? We just want to make this 0 to 1. Okay, so these are the operations. If it is 1, I need to keep it as 1. If it is 0, I want to keep it as 1. Okay, I need to change that basically. So how which are the operations which we can do that will help us to do this thing? If we do something, some operation on this, okay, if it is 1 or 0, something like this, and if I'm doing some operation, the operation will be here, and that will be basically with you can say 1. That will give us basically 1 for this as well and 1 for this. For both of the value it is going to be giving you 1. So which is this operation? The operation is simply OR operation. Okay, let's see how we can do this OR operation to give us this value 1. So if we do 1 or 1, 1 or 1, it is going to be giving you 1. If we do 0 or 1, it is going to be giving you 1. So that is the main thing. So we are going to be doing this OR operation. Okay, so whatever the value will be there, so that I am going to be multiplying, or basically not multiplying. Here I just want to do the OR operation, so I'll be doing something like this. Okay, so let us try to do this and see the output for this. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to be erasing all this stuff, bringing up the code. Okay, so this is my code, and I'm just going to be increasing this a little bit so that you can easily see things happening there. So first thing is just I'm going to be making variable int I equals to 5. Okay, int I equals to 5. Now second thing is that I want to set the kth bit. Kth bit is nothing but second in this case. Okay, the second bit from the right I want to set it. Okay, so for example in this we have already 5, which is nothing but 101. If I set this second bit, which is this is first bit, this is second bit, if I set this, the value will be something like this. And what is this value? This value is nothing but 7. So if I just try to run the code, I need to get this value 7. Okay, so that is my task. So let us see how we can do that. So basically we just want to do this operation. So suppose I have this int answer, and here what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be doing I. Okay, I'll be doing OR operation, and with what I'll be doing OR operation? With the 1 which comes below that. Okay, so how will be coming below? I'll be doing left shift operator for on 1 k minus 1 times. Okay, so if I do this, so I'll be getting the answer. Okay, let us try to see and try to print that. Okay, let us try to print the answer here. Okay, so you can see the value which we are getting is 7. So I hope this is understandable by all of you. So let us take another example and verify this thing. So suppose I am taking the other value as 1010. In this I want to set this bit. Okay, which bit is this? So this is first bit, this is second bit, this is third bit, this is fourth bit. Okay, so let us take this. What is this? This is 10. Okay, this is 10, and the what is the kth bit? K's value is 3. Okay, now let us see. Before doing that, let us try to find the answer. Okay, so here we have 1 1 1 0. If we set the third bit, so what is this value? This value is nothing but 8421. Okay, this value is nothing but 14. Okay, let us try to run the code and see the output whether the value is 14 or not. So you can see the value is 14. Okay, as it is coming on the screen. So no issues, our program is running absolutely fine. Okay, so now let us we have already seen now how we can set the bit. Now we just want to basically clear the bit. Okay, so let us talk about this concept now. So let me just remove all this stuff. Okay, let me just remove this and clear all this stuff. So what is this my task? New task is, suppose I have something like, again I'm going to be taking the example of 101, which is 5. I want to remove this bit. So if it is 1, if it is 1, then I'm going to be making that as 0. If it is 0, I'm going to be keeping that as 0. Okay, so this is my task. Now let us see how we can do this basically. Okay, and on what we can do this. So this is I think very simple only. So if we just can bring 0 between before this and 0 before this. Okay, and I do the AND operation. So if it is 1, it will be going to be converted into 1 or 0 basically, which is going to be unsetting it. If it is already unset, then the value will be 0 only. Okay, so we have this value as 1 0 1. Okay, 1 0 1 is this. I just want to unset this. Okay, I just want to clear this basically. So how we can clear this? So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be bringing the 1, okay, left shifting it by 2 times. Okay, 1 time here, 2 times here, and this is basically third bit. Okay, third bit. Okay, first bit, second bit, third bit. So shifting it 2 times, we will bring this 1 here. Okay, now what I'm going to be, I'm just going to be taking the complement for this, and if I take the complement for this, it is going to be something like 0. Okay, it is going to be something like 0, and what we can do is, we just want all the values except this. Okay, except this to be something like ones. Okay, so if we can bring this 0 and all the values to be 1. Okay, and if we take the AND operation on this, so you can see we'll be getting this value as 0, but all this value will be changing. So we need to come up with a better solution. Okay, can you just anyone can just suggest me some ways to do that, how we can do that basically? If you have any ideas, please write in the comments. How we can do that basically. So instead of doing this 1, if it that is basically something different which I was talking about. So instead of doing this 1, okay, instead of doing this operation which I am doing, let me just clear this and again explain. So instead of doing this thing, what I can do is, if I just want to unset this, okay, so what are the other operations which I can do? Okay, instead of taking this as 0 instead of this place of 1. Okay, what other things I can do is, what happens if we take XOR value? So that we'll be talking, that is basically toggling the kth bit. Okay, that is going to be using XOR operator. Okay, how? If we just have something like this 1 0, and if we just toggle it using 1. Okay, if it is 1, then it is going to be converted into 0. So that will be basically converted this 1 to 0, and if we have already 0, then this value will be converted to 1. So that is basically toggling the kth bit. But we have already seen the clearing. No, we have already seen the part in which we are just setting that the thing, the kth bit, and now we are talking about clearing a set on unset bit. Okay, so can you just tell me the approach? Which will basically help us to get the values. Okay, if you have any comments, if you have any answers, please write in the comment. I'm waiting for your responses. So what is our task is, just let me explain you again. We have with this 101, okay, we have this 101, and this is my first bit, this is my second bit, this is my third bit. So you can see we have this third bit as set bit, okay, we have this third bit as set bit, but we need to, what we are going to be doing, we just need to unset this bit, okay. So basically our task is to, if we have this 1, we need to convert that to 0. If we have this 0, then we need to just keep that as 0, okay. So this is the task which we want to do. Now your task is to find the solution for this. So please write in the comment if you know any solution for this, doing this same thing. So let us see how, what happens if we have something 101. I'll bring this 1 year, okay, I'll bring this 1 year, and what I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to bring the complement, so this will become 0, all the values will be 1, okay, all the values will be 1 now if I do that complement. And again, if I take the AND operation for this, if I take the AND operation for this, you can easily see this 1 will become 0, this will remain 0 only, and this will remain 1 only, okay. So this is the task, okay. I hope you have got what we did here. We have this number n, we have this 1, we have shifted that k minus 1 times, and we have took the complement for that, basically converting 1 to 0 and 0 to 1, okay. And now we are going to be taking the AND operation for this, because the value which we are getting is 1, okay. Let us take another example. So in this time I'm going to be taking the example of 1010, okay. And in this, what we are going to be doing, in this I'm just going to be unsetting this one, okay. Let us try to do that. So I'll be bringing 1 here, okay, all the values will be 0, taking the complement will basically create all the values to be 1, okay, create all the values to be 1, and then again take the AND operation for this and this. So if we take AND operation, this will be 0, this will be 0, this will be 1, and this will be 0, basically not 1, okay. So this is basically the task which we want to do. Let us try to run the code for this and see the output. So we have this boilerplate, we have this integer, okay, we have this integer n, and we can call that as 5, okay, we can call that as 5. And then let us take the example for 10 only, that's a big number. And then what we are going to be doing, we just want to, suppose I just want to unset the basically the kth element, so I'm just going to be writing k equals to 2. So let us take the example for 4, because 4 is set in 10, so I'm just unsetting that 4, okay. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to be printing the answer, so I'll be doing n, okay. I'm taking the AND operation, then in this I'll be taking 1 left shifted operator, how many times, k minus 1 times, taking the complement, okay. That is how we take the complement here, and we just basically print the value. So let's try to print the value, okay. So the value which is coming here, it is showing some error, I think, okay. So here basically they want to be printed something like this, okay. Here the value which is coming now is 2. Let us see how it is coming to. So we have 1010, we have this as 4th bit which we want to unset. So after unsetting, it will be something like this. And what is this value? This is nothing but 2, okay. If we do example here, so this value is 2, this value is 10, okay. And let us try to now in this value let us try to unset the second bit, okay. And let us see the example, let us try to run the code and see the output. This output is 8 for this, okay. Let us see how this is 8. So we have this now. If we just unset this, so it will be 0, it will be all zeros. So you can see this value is 2, 8 basically. Okay, so that is the small things. Now we have already seen the clearing and setting the bits. Now let us talk about toggling the bit. Okay, so toggling means if it is 1, it is going to be converted into 0. If it is 0, it is going to be converted into 1. Okay, and we are talking about the kth bit, not the whole thing. Okay, let us see how we can do that. So suppose we have 1010. Okay, and if we just want to toggle this, if it is 1, it is going to be 0, so this will become something like this. And when we talk about this for this, okay, then what happens, this 1 will remain 1. Okay, this 1 will remain 1 and this will become 1. Okay, let us try to do the example. So see, this is 10 and what is this value? This value is 14. Okay, this value is 14, and let us see this if we just set the k value is 3. So let's see how we can do that. So the operation is very simple. Whatever task is, if it is 0, we need to convert it to 1. If it is 1, we need to convert it to 0. So what we can do, we can do something like this. If we take the XOR operation, if we take XOR operation with 1, so and if we take the XOR operation with 1, so you can see if it is 1, it is going to be becoming 0. If it is 0, it is going to be becoming 1. So this is the importance of this bitwise operator XOR. Okay, so we are going to be using this. So what are the things that we are going to be changing in this problem? So the first thing which we are going to be changing is this one. Okay, this will remain same only. Okay, we have done that, and we just going to be making this is XOR. Okay, this is XOR, and I guess that's it. Okay, so this is the value. Now let us try to run the code. Okay, so why it is showing some errors? Let me just check. So it is not showing any errors. It is basically correct only because we have this second s2, right? Let me just do this and bring this 1010, which is 10. We just want to set this basically toggle this. So we have this one 1, so it will become 0. So what is this value? This value is 8. Okay, so that is correct only. If we just try to toggle third bit, so let us try to toggle third bit here and try to run the code. If we just toggle the third bit, then we will be getting 111 and will be 0. The value which we will be getting is after this one is 0. So the value which is there is 14. Okay, which is correct. So now we have seen 3 to 4 ways of setting the kth bit, clearing the kth bit, and toggling the kth bit. Okay, this is all about kth bit, and that we are counting from right. Okay, so this is already we have seen. Now let us talk about the problem for today. Okay, problem for the day, and let us try to see the example for that. Okay, so what is this problem? This problem is I guess very famous question, and let us take the example here. Suppose we have given this ABC. Okay, and we just want to find all the combinations. Okay, we just want to find all the combinations that we can make from this set. Okay, suppose this is set and we just want to find all the subsets. Okay, so let us see what are the some of the combinations which are possible using ABC. So first is we can take the empty string. Okay, the value which is not there, so it is not included in this. Second value is A. Okay, and then we have this value as AB. Okay, then we have something ABC. Okay, these are the three things. Now we have B, we have C. Okay, we have A, we have B, we have C. AB, we have BC. Okay, and we have ABC. Okay, so 7 are there. One more value will be there, which is AC. Okay, so these are the 8 combinations which are possible when we try to run the code. So the obvious way is to use recursion, and I hope you know how we can solve this values this problem using recursion. That we are not going to be discussing here. Okay, basically for each and every we'll be having two choices, whether to include that or not include that. For again, this is not include or not include. So we have something like ABC, and we just want to include the, if we just don't want to include, then it will be just ABC. Okay, so if we just first include A, if we just include A, then it will be included in this part. So let me just take this here. We will be having this as G. Initially it will be nothing, then we just included A, and here we are not included anything. Okay, then we have two choices for B here in this case. Okay, so what are the two choices? That we are not going to be including, we are going to be excluding A, and then we are including B. Okay, so these are the choices for the B, and here also we have empty string in which we are not including anything, and we are going to be including here B, so it will be simply B. For this also we'll be having two things, we are not including C. Okay, so we'll be having AC. Okay, so not including will give you C is A only, not C. Okay, not including C will be giving you A. If you are including C, will be getting AC. Here also same thing, if you are not including, so you will be getting AB. If you are including, you will be getting ABC. Here also we will be getting two choices. Okay, so what are the two choices? First is we'll be getting, if you exclude, you'll be getting simply this one. If you include C, we'll be getting simply C. For this also two things. So first is excluding, so we'll be excluding will give you B, and including will give you BC. Okay, so these are the things, and you can see if you just try to use this, okay, and use this recursion, you'll be getting exponential complexity, because for every each and every string, every character, you'll be adding two things, two choices. So it will be 2 to the power n approach, and we just want to convert this exponential into something better. So we'll be using this one, bitwise. Okay, bitwise. Let us see how we can run this bitwise operator and see the output. So let me just clear this. Okay, so what is our task is, so you can easily say if we have ABC, so how many combinations are possible. So we have seen for this ABC we have 8 combinations possible, which we have already seen. Okay, if we include that as this one also null, if we just remove that, so we will not be getting anything. Okay, so how it is possible, so it will be 2 to the power n, okay, minus 1. So here you can see we have this 2 to the power n. What is this 2 to the power? 2 to the power 3 minus 1, which is 8 minus 7. So we'll be getting 8 minus 1, which is basically 7. You can see we will be 7 types of things are possible if we just include this. If we exclude this, okay, if we exclude this, we will be having 7 types of combinations that are possible when we have string length of 3. Okay, that is there. Now let us see what are the combination possible. Okay, so we have this from 1 to 7. Okay, from 1 to 7 all things are possible. Okay, from, or you can see from 0 to 7. Okay, so let us see how we can do that. So first thing is we have this 0, 0 and 0. Okay, this value is I'm just considering that we are going to be talking from here from 1 to, from 0 to 7. Okay, let me just write the binary representation and how we can basically use this information to make the combinations of ABC. Okay, let me just write all of this. So it will be 0, 0, 1. Okay, for this is basically 8. So here we have 4 to 1, and you can see this is 1, and this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, and this is 7. Okay, so this is information, all information that we need. So you can see we have this 7 binary representation for from 0 to 7, and let us talk about the things which we are going to be doing. So the thing is very simple. Okay, the thing is very simple, and what we are going to be doing, that we'll be checking. So we have already seen how we can check if the kth bit is set or not, that we have already seen the last string. Okay, so we are going to be just checking for this, whichever the set bit, whichever the bit is set in this, that we are going to be printing basically. So you can see in this case you can see nothing is set, so we'll be just doing this empty string. okay, this empty thing. Now again we'll be having this, okay, and this is 001. So you can see this is a set bit, okay, this is set. So you can see we have this a, okay. So actually it is going to be printing a, but just for the sake of explanation, what I'm going to be writing, whatever the values are 0 that are not be including, and whatever the values are 1, I'm just going to be including in this one, okay. So if you have this is set bit, so I'll be just writing C. This is set bit, so I'll be writing B. This both are set bit, so I'll be writing BC. This is only the one set bit, so I'll be writing A. Then I'll be writing AC. Then I'll be writing AB, and then I'll be writing ABC. So you can see we are using this information, using information from our this binary representation, okay, binary representation we can construct these combinations, we can find these combinations, okay. So this is the, we can find solution. So this is basically the important thing. Now let us see how we can basically try to run this code, okay, how we can basically check for them, okay. So we have already seen how we can check the kth bit, so let us try to do that first. So our task will be simply, if we have given this thing, right, if we have given this as a character, so what I'm going to be doing, I'm just considering that as a vector, okay. So suppose we have this vector for character, okay, and in this we'll be having something like A, we'll be having B, we'll be having C, okay. These three things are given in this. So I'll be calling that as V here. We didn't give name, so this is V. And what we are going to be doing, first we are going to be finding the size for the set, okay. So I'll be writing integer set size, and that I'll be calling that as uh, v dot size, basically that will be 3 for this case, okay. So the v dot size is basically will be giving you the size set size of the set, and then we'll be finding the total number of numbers in this case. So how many from where we are going to be trying, and what are the total number of combinations that are possible. So I'll be just calling them as integer n, and uh, I'll be just doing something like how we can do. So it will be just power of 2 to the power of the set size, okay. Whatever they will bear, that I'll be writing set size, and I'll be using power function here, and that I'll be subtracting from I'll be subtracting 1 from that, okay. Because we have seen total number of 8, total number of values will be 8, and that will be starting from 0, so I'll be subtracting from it 1, okay. So after the subtraction I will be getting 7, and what I'm going to be running, I'll be just running a loop which will start from 0, okay. It is going to be going up to the n value, okay, and I plus plus, and inner loop will be starting from j equals to 0, okay. And this is basically going up to set size only, because we are going to be checking for the total number of set bits, okay. So that is going to be set size and j plus plus. Now the next part is very simple. We'll be just checking if our set bit, if our this I in this, if the kth bit or the jth bit is set or not, okay. So I'm considering that we have, suppose this is x x x, so this is basically 0, and this is 1, and this is second bit, okay. This is 0th bit, this is first bit, and this is second bit. In the example we have seen this is first, this is second, this is third, but I'm just taking 0 1 2 here, okay. So how we'll be checking whether this 0th first or second bit is set or not. So we already seen, we'll be just doing this AND operation, okay. We'll be doing AND operation, and if this is going to be something like this, if this value gives us true, which means our kth if our jth bit is set, okay. If our jth bit is set, then I can simply print this value, okay. So I'll be writing v of j in this case, okay, and I'll be just writing endl, cout endl, that will basically give you the next line for the output, okay. So let's try to implement this idea, and let's see whether this approach is going to be working for this case or not. So let me just bring up the code. So I'll be writing this boilerplate, and first thing is that I'm going to be making a vector, not the so I'll be just writing vector for characters, and I'll be calling that as V, and the values will be something like 1, or in this case let us take the example of A, B, C only. So we have A, we have B, we have C. Okay, so this is the example, and in this if we just try to run the code and see the output, so how we are going to be doing? First is we are going to be finding the size. So how we'll be we'll be using this power function, and we'll be writing 2 to the power of whatever the number of elements are there. So how we can find that? So we'll be finding at size, in size equals to v dot size. Okay, and that in this I'll be just writing size, and I'll be doing -1. Okay, so I hope this much all the things are clear. So let us try to now run the this one for loop. So it will be starting from 0, because we are going to be searching from 0 to n-1. So it will be basically this one. If we just remove 1 from here, we can do something like I less than n. Okay, basically, and then we'll be having the same thing, that we're going to be starting from int j equals to 0, and j less than, what is this one will be the size. This one will be going up to size and j plus plus. Okay, from 0 to size and j plus plus, and now I am going to be checking my ith bit in jth bit in my I. So I will be checking if I AND operation of 1 left shifted j times. If this value is giving me true, which means I am just going to be printing my v of I. Okay, and once I am going to be getting out of this loop, I will be just printing enter. Okay, let us try to run the code. So it is coming in this way. This is not v of I, this is v of j. So you can see the output is this one, A, B, A, B, C, A, B, B, C. Okay, so you can see the output is totally correct, and let me just try to dry run this code and see how this value came. Okay, so we have this value as 0, this value is 1, this is value as 2 in this v of I. Okay, so what we are going to be doing, we have these values from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So we have this value 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay, 3 is nothing but 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, and this one. Okay, now I'm just going to be running this j loop. Okay, I hope this up to this much everything is clear. So for this j, which is going to be starting from 0, okay, from this left, and I'm going to be checking how many set bit are there. Okay, so you can see we are going to be searching up to 3, so it will be just running this loop 3 times. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, okay, that much time it is going to be running, and I'm going to be checking each and every bit. So in this case you can see we don't get any match. Okay, we don't get any set bit. So in that case I'll be just printing this null or empty something. I'm not going to be printing anything there. So that is there, and now what is the next task? Next task is this one, or this one for the 1. Okay, I'll be having this one, and you can see we have got this j equals to 1. We have already got one set value. So for this I'm going to be printing my v of j, which is nothing but v of 1. V of 1 is nothing but, so in 0 only, this will be starting from 0, because this is 0 bit, right, for this. So we have got v of 0 printed now, and v of 0 is nothing but a. Okay, this is a here. Now again I'm going to be running for j equals to 1. So you can see the j equals to 1, j equals to 2, I'm not getting any set bit. Then I'm going to be running for 2, then I'll be starting from 0, 1, 2. So you can see for 0 I'm not getting any match, for 1 I'm getting match. Okay, basically first bit is set, so I'm going to be printing first, so I'll be getting b. Then for the next, which is this one, this is 0, 1, 2. Okay, so 0 is set, 1 is set, 0 is set, 1 is set, I'm going to be printing AB. Then again same thing, 0, 1, 2, 2 is only set, so I'll be writing for 2, I'll be getting C. Then again I'm going to be running 0, 1, 2. You can see 0 and 2 are set, so 0 and 2 are set within the AC. Then again 0, 1, 2, so 1 and 2 are set, so 1 and 2 are set, which is nothing but BC. Then 0, 1, 2 all things are set, so ABC, I'm going to be printing ABC. Okay, so I hope up to this everything was clear to all of you. So that was the program which I wanted to discuss with you. This was basically using the logic which we have seen yesterday of how we can check whether the kth bit is set or not. Okay, so that is the thing. And you can see this, I'm just going to be again saying this j, this I value is starting from 0. You can see this value is starting from 0 and it is going up to 7. Okay, and in this, suppose the value is something like 1, and 1 is nothing but how we can represent this 1, this is 0, 0, 1. Okay, and then we are going to be just checking whether this bit is set or not. So we have this 1. Okay, 1 is something like this, and if we do j equals to, we are starting from j equals to 0, right? So if we just left shift operator by 0, so if we do something like this is going to be 1 only. Okay, if it is something like 1 here, so it is nothing but this one, left shift operator 1 by 1 position, and if you do something like this, it will be coming here. Okay, so that this is only the thing. And you can see whenever we are getting this set bit, this is basically j. If we are getting 0 as set, so we'll be printing v of 0, then v of 1, then v of 2. Okay, so I hope everything was clear to all of you up to now. And let us try to run any other input. Okay, so there will be, let us try to remove that, and let us try to give the input something like D. Okay, and try to run the code for this one. Okay, so you can see we have got something. Okay, so A B C A C B C A B C D A D, all this value we have already got. Now let us try to do this one. If we have A 2 times, let us try to find all the combination for this one. Okay, so it is going to be same only. So combination will be just ignoring that A comes 2 times, so I think we will be getting A somewhere 2 times, but you can see we have not we have got this A 2 times. Okay, then we have got A B C A. Okay, so all the values we are getting correctly. So that's it for this stream. I hope you like this stream. If you liked it, please hit the like button, and we'll be meeting tomorrow with some interesting problems on Bitwise again. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please hit the like button if you liked it, and please don't forget to subscribe if you are not subscribed to the Geeks for Geeks C++ channel. We'll be coming next tomorrow with some interesting problems to solve. Thank you guys. Bye.
Hello everyone, this is Mohan Bishnoi and I have an important announcement to make. Actually, we are going to be starting a streams on bit manipulation, and these streams are going to be happening from Monday to Friday 3 to 4 p.m. only on Geeks for Geeks C++ channel. In these streams, we are going to be starting with very basics of bit manipulation and we'll be solving advanced problems on this. So don't miss this opportunity. Please join us in solving bit manipulation problems only on Geeks for Geeks C++ channel. Hello everyone, this is Mohan Bishnoi and I have an important announcement to make. Actually, we are going to be starting a streams on bit manipulation, and these streams are going to be happening from Monday to Friday 3 to 4 p.m. only on Geeks for Geeks C++ channel. In these streams, we are going to be starting with very basics of bit manipulation and we'll be solving advanced problems on this. So don't miss this opportunity. Please join us in solving bit manipulation problems only on Geeks for Geeks C++ channel. Hello everyone, this is Mohan Bishnoi and I have an important announcement to make. Actually, we are going to be starting a streams on bit manipulation, and these streams are going to be happening from Monday to Friday 3 to 4 p.m. only on Geeks for Geeks C++ channel. In these streams, we are going to be starting